How's it going? How's it going, everybody? How's it going? So, guess they were only here to. So I have no idea what I'm going to do about the future of my channel. I want it to go somewhere, but there's a few ideas I've got floating around. Just trying never different things, Gaming. How's it going? Just want to clear the air with some people. Because I know that last video I just uploaded, 5 dislikes. Something bother you that badly? Man. Crazy how some of the things happen. I just have a lot of ideas what I want to do. Gonna see if I can get some people to watch. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Not much, just thinking about what I want to do with the future of my channel. Try to clear some of the air with people because apparently they have an issue with my channel. I mean, I know there's going to be people who leave dislikes on videos, but I know I shouldn't probably. What do you mean? What do you mean why? I don't know. I think it's just me they have a problem with, to be fair. I don't think it's my channel per se. I just think they have a problem with me personally. Um, I agree. I agree. It's really stupid. Because I told some little shit on Facebook he should kill himself, and then suddenly they fucking hate it. Because I told one person. I mean, it kind of deserved it, but whatever. I mean, everyone's told someone at one point to kill themselves. I don't know right now. I mean, I want to do like anti-bullying stuff, but a lot of people ain't ready for that conversation. It sounds like a good idea, like on paper, but the more that like they don't see it from the bullied person's side. Yeah, they don't see it from the one who's been bullied. They only see it from victims of a tragedy, if that makes sense. What's up? How's everybody doing? Like I was severely bullied like when I was in middle school. So as since I was pulled out, my dad my dad pulled me out of school back in 8th grade, and I never went back. Wait, why is the message restricted? Hold on. That's weird. Wow. Okay. Anyway, uh, yeah, I was bullied when I was in school, and I I was also bullied at home, but that's a whole different story. Um, back when my dad pulled me out, I I didn't see it as I didn't see it as a good thing back then because I was kind of upset, and I had lost all my friends and everything. And looking back on it now, I probably would have done something. Oof. Ah, okay. That was yeah. That can be confusing. Sorry. Like I don't feel bad for. Honestly, sometimes I don't feel bad for what happens because they don't take schools don't take bullying seriously. They don't. Like the biggest lie, like I said in my last video, the biggest lie ever told in school is bullying will not be tolerated. And I see it happen all the time. And it's even worse now with social media. Like even in Lucifer, the girl made a fake Snapchat account. Yeah. In Lucifer, the little girl made it, and this little girl made a fake Snapchat account to mock the other one. So yeah, it's getting really fucked up out there. I think I think the movie Joker made a really good point. The point of it was, to me, from my opinion, from my point of view, I think some of us are pretty good. I've met some pretty good people. I think, like I was saying, in Joker, they they didn't even acknowledge his mental health too well. Oof, damn. See, that's true. That's very true. Even if the person is reported many times, it can lead to one of two ways. The bully can do something completely stupid like that, and he deserves to go to jail for it. Or two, the bully fights back, and usually in the most ecstatic ways. And I believe that if I hadn't had been pulled out of school, I probably would have done that myself. Uh, that's why I refuse to go to a church. God damn, I'm sorry. And see people, and what people don't see is when the bully is when the one who is bullied they snap, and then they completely go off the rails. Like they completely shut everyone out and then just attack everyone else. Everyone else is usually to blame. I can understand that. Oof. Honestly, if I ever get married or something, I'm probably gonna decide wedding. I'm not gonna be married at a church. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Seems like the most. Actually, I was thinking about getting married in a park or something. It's understandable. I've been an atheist slash pagan for 4 years now. 4 years on the atheist side. Like I'm still pagan. I still believe in a lot of the pagan stuff, but I'm not. What's up? Like, I'm not the same person I was previously. Say right? See, pagan. Oh, it's backwards. I last time I was Christian, I was like maybe 6 years old, but it was never on the Onision level of shit before. It was basically me and my mom. I found out my mom was pagan, and she told me that I didn't have to, you know, I could learn other religions and things like that. I could learn about it, and I did. I learned about other religions. I learned about Hindu. I learned about Muslim or Islam. None of that was for me. I felt like a lot of the religions, a lot of the Christian religions, I felt like once I learned more of them, I felt like they're all the same, just the same behavior, and especially, oh yeah, oh definitely, there are a lot of fucking Neanderthals in the church. A lot of what I see in the church, and a lot of what I see in religion in general. Exactly, I can kind of agree with that. And the Satanist ones, I've met a couple of them myself. Actually, one of my best friends is Satanist, and she she recently found that out herself. Like, she believes in herself. I think like if you believe in yourself is more of a better is more of a higher power that gives you credit for. Oh, highly. See, I like that we can all kind of like talk about this because it's a lot of times when I talk to some of my friends, like, oh, I don't want to dabble, I don't want to talk about that. Mm. It just gets brought up, and then when I was bringing up the bullying factor, a lot of the church people, especially Baptist people that I've met, are some of the biggest ones. Baptists and Catholics, they're the two worst in my opinion. From the ones I've met and the ones that I have seen, especially where I'm from, I live in Oklahoma, and it's one of the big Bible Belt, you know, states, and you see it happen a lot. Like, you see the way that they bully people. Like, you see the way that they bully the LGBT rest of it community. Like, they bully them so hard, and it. Oh, you're fine. That just because you were that way doesn't mean you are, and you have to believe it. I know. Like, I know. Like, even so many people have tried to tell me, "Oh, well, like, why do trees exist, or why does rain exist?" Mariposa is cool. Um, like, people were trying to tell me that, like, when I was working at McDonald's last year, I might actually be ending up working there again. Um, when I was working there last year, this one lady I was working with, she quit after I told her I was an atheist. It was funny, actually. Um, she was trying to tell me, like, well, how why do trees exist, or how are you born? I said my mom had sex with my dad. Out came me. Like, you don't just get created like that. Right, I totally get it. I totally understand that. Tea sweeter. I'm from the South, so sweet tea is kind of my thing. I've said that before too. Oh, Wow. I, I've actually thought of that before. It's like, what if God is just playing a really bad game of sins, and we're all just little puppets on a string? I was actually joking about that with my friend. She fucking busted up laughing. Thanks. I hate my teeth. My jaw's pretty swollen right now. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to get an emergency tooth extraction pretty soon because I've had a really bad toothache right here. I've had that same pain before, and the pain would shoot all the way down my arm, and it would actually cause me to feel really weak. Oh no, you're fine. It completely sucks. I've had it before, and it started over here, and then it just moved all the way down my left side. I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it didn't go down the right side, but it went all the way down to the left. Really weird. See, I had to get that one removed. Aw. Oh yeah, yeah, that was you. I'm sorry. I completely oh, that was when I was on my Deadpool account. I thought about doing that because it was funny, and I just wanted to see what would happen. Definitely, like the whole freaking the Genesis parts, the Revelations parts. It's all very freaking confusing. And then nowadays it's worse. Nowadays people are trying to be like, "Oh, climate change is going to destroy the world." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the same crap just in a different context." Okay, I'm going to do a little George Carlin skit because I absolutely love George Carlin. And actually he was one of the reasons why I became atheist in the first place. I know. Oh, you're talking to the other person. Okay. I was like, I know you. I'm like, okay. I recognize names. I was like, when you read through certain stories of the Bible, it's like there's a YouTube channel I really love too. Oh yeah, I know. I know you. I know you from Twitter. It's like the name and everything is the same. So I totally agree with that. What I don't get is how can they ignore all the bad shit of it? It's like, okay, if you really believe in it, understandable. Widget, what are you doing? Why are you pushing your way through to my room? Well, come here. Come here. I know you're going to run off as soon as I open the door. Quit being a butthead. I can get that. Widget, get your fuzzy butt over here. Okay, you're going to dick. I don't think it's them. Honestly, actually I had a conspiracy thought in my head. What if there's more to this whole thing? What if there's actually, because I saw someone post something about it on YouTube. I haven't watched the video. Um, what if there's an underground sort of like creepy pedo ring on YouTube? Oh, I don't care if he doxes me. Honestly, I don't really care. He can come to my house and I have a stand my ground law. Like that, yeah, it's sort of creepy. Like, what if there's this weird, creepy fucking there is a video I haven't watched it, like I said, but I might actually do a reaction to it or something. But that's what I want to look at. I think there might be some kind of like underground sort of pedo ring that kind of is why this whole thing makes sense. Like, why does Onision get protected when all this stuff comes out about him? And we know Susan Wojcicki knows it. Wojcicki. I can't fucking say your name. Yeah, they did. Don't worry, you're pretty good. I don't fuck with that. I don't care. Yeah, someone actually made a video about it. I'm kind of excited to see it. I was trying to get my cat in here, but he's not coming in the bedroom. He's gonna run away as soon as I open the door. I'm glad everybody's having fun. One of my other favorite YouTubers, he's a very political one. He does political analysis, and he clanks his spoon in his coffee. So I'm kind of like projecting that a little bit. You guys, that's actually really cool. You guys are all enjoying that. But anyway, I have a very similar story to Mr. Repsion's story. Does anybody remember watching Mr. Repsion's video about? Aw, I want to say Widget was actually a rescue cat because that's that YouTube video. That's that YouTube story one, right? Or is that the Hulu story? The only Crowley I like is Crowley from Supernatural. I'm sorry, I'm biased on the Crowley name. That'll be my King of Hell. How's everybody doing? I'm glad you guys are all enjoying that kind of stuff. Right? Right? I mean, it's freaking Crowley. Hello, boys. Moose, Squall. Cause he's the bloody King of Hell. You know what I mean? Like, you can't not like Crowley whenever he came on the screen. It's funny, Discord has those weird. Uh, it's 11:15. Oh yeah, Crowley was super fun. I don't think he came in until season 4 or 5. I want to say he came in at season 5. Oof. You in the UK or Europe? Oh yeah, Iceland. Duh, fuck, forgot. That's around that time zone anyway. Oof. You have a good night. You take care. I hear Iceland is pretty warm. I know Supernatural, and I know of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays their dad. Good night, Mariposa. You have a good one. Um, in Supernatural, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is their dad, who is also nice. He's also the same guy who plays Negan on The Walking Dead. He's been in plenty of movies and TV shows. I believe he was on an NCIS episode once. I think a lot of actors have been on NCIS and other crime shows. Got a new subscriber, Limbo Jin. I think that's how you say that. Bela Lugosi. Nosferatu. And I believe he also played Count Dracula. I agree. It was really sad when a lot of when a actor dies. I think the world is going to lose two great people whenever Betty White or Ozzy passes away. That's going to be so sad. I've also heard that the guy who played Norman Reedus' brother on The Walking Dead was also a pretty chill dude. Can't remember his name. I know he's in a lot of movies though. But every movie he's in, he plays an ass, which means if he plays an asshole in like every movie, he's got to be a pretty cool, chill dude in real life. At least that's what I see. Right. Michael Rooker. That's it. That's right. Yeah, I can agree with that. He plays a pretty he plays a dick all the time, but he's a pretty decent. He seems to be a pretty decent dude. Like in Guardians of the Galaxy, he was a complete dick, but he ends up having a sort of soft side in the end. Michael Rooker is a pretty good actor, also. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. And I like that he can kind of like go into any character and just play that character. Walker Stalker. Damn. Oh fuck. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name either. It's like when I have the character's idea in my head and I know who his name is, sometimes the actor's name does get away from me. I remember him. I remember seeing him in a couple of other things. Alien Alf. Don't remember seeing it. It must have been a long time ago, honestly. Yes, I have two cats and one dog, and the cat was trying to poke his head in a minute ago, but he ran off. Little dick. He's a kitten. Yeah, I've been wanting to go to one myself. I almost went to Dragon Con a couple of years ago, but I never got to. Yeah, you said that they're all rescues. I think Widget is. I think I want to. I want to consider him a rescue because we picked him up from the heat of the summer, and we've had him since August. Because my roommate's dad found him um, sitting in a car, like inside of the car, like in the engine of the car. He was a baby, like he was a week old. He's a good kitty though. He got big though. He was really small, but he got big. Like he could fit in my hand small. Aw, my my other roommate's dog. He's asleep in the other room. He's like a mix between like a pug and a chihuahua, maybe. Because I see a little chihuahua in him. His name is Frank. Yes, he's a half pug named Frank. And you kind of know where that came from. If you're a movie nerd like I am. No. More like Men in Black. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah. Widget's our little rescue one, and I kind of want to say Ginger is a rescue too because we took her in from a friend of ours that he couldn't take his kitten. So Ginger's a little. She's not adjusting well. She's trying, but she's not doing it quickly like some would. Ginger is this little skittish one. Mr. Epsilon? Oh, I believe he and I share a lot of qualities because I've been watching Mr. Epsilon for many, many years. He was one of the reasons for me to start YouTube anyway. He was one of the few people. Mr. Repsion, me and him. You know when Mr. Repsion told his story about his aw. Do you remember the story that he told about his diploma? About how he was wanting to go through different things, and then he got into IT, and he wanted to get into security and all that until he found his niche at welding. Similar case, actually. I believe he and I would get along famously, actually. Because I've been in a similar situation. I went and got my GED when I went to Job Corps back in 2010. I remember him saying that. I remember him saying that he went there before. He lives in Washington. He doesn't live where I used to though. I used to live in Washington. I've actually never been out of the country. I want to someday. Probably want to go to Ireland at some point. Where I'm from. Well, not where I'm from, but where my family's from. Yes, it is. My birthday is on Monday, November 11th, which is Veterans Day here in the U.S. Yep. I was told you were never to graduate high school without special education. I don't. Thank you. I don't believe in that. I don't believe people who say, "Oh, well, just because you have this disorder, you won't be able to do this." I'm like, you're just giving them a reason to do it when you say that. Like, you're doing it to prove you wrong. Like, I always have to prove everybody wrong. Like, a lot of people have this idea that just because I'm an overweight person, that I can't do certain things. And I'm like, once I do it, they're like, "Holy crap, you can do it." I'm like, well, yeah. And I believe it's the same way with people who are autistic or have. Uh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's sort of a similar situation, just a little bit. I'm 270, or yeah, about 274, something like that. Last time I was weighed. Not in the U.S. That's one of the big things I was made fun of for years over, even in family. Mm. I don't mind it anymore, but I've lost a lot of weight though. I wish. But no, I think me and Mr. Epsilon would get along. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good, actually. Good job. You're doing really good. I've uh, I've actually had a job in. I do want to get my cleat license, so that I can actually do any security work I want. But it's going to take a little while for me to actually get that license because I'm selling my car on Monday, or either Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to get $100 out of it. She doesn't run. My poor baby. First car I ever bought. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you already do. I think doing what you I think doing what you like to do would make them better. Would make them more proud. Because beating the odds is a powerful thing on its own. I was actually almost the lead singer of a band once. That band decided to break up over different beliefs and stuff. It was a thrash metal band. My friend's still trying to get that band going, but he's having a hard time getting drummers and bassists. Thank you. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's actually a really good goal. I think a lot of us need more originality in life. And I think orig you know you know what? If you ever think you're a bad writer, read Onision's crap. If you ever think you're a bad writer, just read his crap and you'll feel better about yourself. It's definitely a self-confidence booster, but like in the weirdest way, if that makes sense. I didn't read them myself, but I watched Crimson Rogue read it. His face during that cringe. Wow, tragic. And I really felt bad he had to read that. Like he had like in that last one that he wrote, the one before this new shit, he had to actually go get gloves. I do as well. I'm subscribed to both of them. Chaos is actually really cool. Chaos is really cool. I've actually talked to her too. In one of my Onision disses I did, she actually commented on it and she liked it because I actually mentioned her in the song. My first two were pretty bad, but my third one I did was way better. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like you get better with time. Like if you get like I actually had written out the lyrics to it and wrote it and put a music underneath them. I'm actually more into writing lyrics. If you haven't noticed from my Twitter. Oh, don't get me started on that mess. Kai right now, she is as much he, she, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just as just as bad as Onision, if not worse, because she's his biggest enabler to do whatever he wants. Also, I don't believe she's truly a trans person. Honestly, I actually one of my first videos I did was the Onision Kai trans conspiracy. It's actually one of my most viewed videos at over 300 right now, I believe. And honestly, I don't believe she is truly a trans person because we see how Onision likes to manipulate people in his life to do what they want, and this whole thing sounds like the long con. If you're a writer, right, and you know what the long con is. The long con is, someone who it's either like the long con slash red herring, someone who is in on the joke for the entirety of the script until the end, or until the end of their life or their run. Similar to Everyone thinking uh, Snape was evil, right? Like if you've ever read Harry Potter or if you know about Harry Potter, we all thought Snape was a bad guy. At least at first, I never really thought he was because I thought it was going to go like he was this double, triple agent character. Exactly, exactly. And it's funny. It's funny because, um, like you see that and you see her like, oh well, J- Onision doesn't want her to get surgery. You know, he doesn't want her to take medication. He doesn't want anybody to do this. He doesn't want anybody to do that. Just because you can cut someone's hair doesn't make them a boy. Like, that is so stupid. And like, I think what he's doing is he's pushing that into her head, saying that you're a boy, it's a guy, it's a guy. I think what is Onision is actually gay, and he doesn't want to come out and say that he is. Oh, she's definitely got it. Like I've seen that enough in my uh time that, and plus I've dissected, Harley Quinn from DC's Batman. I've dissected her. She's got she's got a similar situation, which is definitely she's the epitome of Stockholm syndrome. She'll do whatever Joker wants. Well, come here. Come here. Come here, you little brat. Widget. Come here. You're peeping your head in here. Come here. Oh, I move and you run away. Shit. I believe Kai is truly an actual woman, and Onision is. No, not kids. Fuzzy kids, for sure, but yeah, just a fuzzy kid. Definitely a kitten, though. He's popping his head in and he's running away. Yeah, I am as well. Also, on the new Batwoman shit, I'm sorry, they should have had a full on Batman show before bringing her in. Because they wouldn't have her without Batman, to be honest. They wouldn't have the Teen Titans without Batman. They wouldn't have had the Justice League really without Batman. So, for a kind of a dick that Bruce Wayne is, hmm, are we sure Onision is 100% straight? Because he calls Kai his husband. He calls Kai the best man he ever knew. I think what it is he's so jealous. Exactly. And have you noticed that Kai looks like a methed out version of Shane? Like a really fucked up version of Shane? It's really that bad. Like he's molded her into looking almost identical to Shane because Onision hasn't gotten over Shane Dawson at all in his time. This whole time he has not gotten over him. And I think a lot of that is Onision questioning his sex. I think he's actually questioning his sexuality because you remember how he shaved off. Remember he shaved off Shiloh's hair. He defeminizes women that he's with, and I think if Sarah hadn't gotten out of her situation, out of his situation, he would have done the same to her. He would have definitely done the same to her. Oh, and he calls us obsessive. I mean, sure, we just want to see him gone. That's actually a good obsession. See, there's a difference between a good obsession and an unhealthy obsession. Wanting him gone, in my personal opinion, is a healthy one. Because he is abusing a platform where he can abuse and manipulate young women. He is using a platform where he can generate money and bring women to his house and then be mean to them while they're there, just so that if anything happens, he can kick them out of his life. Doing that as a punishment, as a dom myself, I would never do that. No. One, that's not how a loving person works. Two, that's completely against the code of conduct for a dom. Three, exactly. Three, it hurts the mental state of the person that they're with. A submissive is already a person who needs guidance. But doing it in a controlling and abusive and demeaning way is not dominance. It's abuse. As someone who has been a dom for 9 years, that's not what a dom is. He pisses me off so much when he starts writing shit like that. Because it's like a bad 50 Shades of Grey fucking piece of shit. I guess I would be Gen Z. Huh. DDLG? Yeah. About what I said? Oh yeah. Def- I'm into DDLG. He also made a Onicio and I made a video a while back. I might actually have to do a video on it where he was like 10 things I hate about DDLG. I'm like, "Oh my god, just stop, dude." Take it from someone who has had actual experience. Also, getting your love life docs online is fucking ridiculous. I don't believe in doxing, period. But if somebody were to dox me, good. Come over. I'll fucking kick your ass. It is definitely. There's a community. There's a group that I'm in on Discord, which I've known these people for a while. Uh, they're very helpful. They're very cool. I've known these people on Discord since I was on Kick, and a lot of them are really really cool people. If you're curious about it, that's what they are. I agree, doxing is awful, especially about those Covington kids. My God, the fucking media went ape shit on them. From Covington, Kentucky, those kids that got their fucking shit doxed. And they're reopening this, which is good. They should. I know Kentucky doesn't have a make my day law because I lived there for a while with my ex. And man, man, it's a really shit situation that happened to them. I mean, they were 16. I think 16 and 17, like 15, 16, and 17 years old, and a group of them were all together. I mean, yeah, they were supporting Trump, but that doesn't mean that you have the right to go up to them, start banging on a freaking drum in their face, and he's standing there just smiling at you. He did nothing wrong. God, the media freaking today. Even if you stand there, do nothing wrong, wearing a hat, you're suddenly a freaking most evil person in the world. And since I know Onision is against Trump, it makes me like him more. I'm sorry. I actually was never a fan of him in the beginning, like when he first came on. But seeing both sides and how both sides are acting, the left is being so ridiculous about the whole thing. It's crazy. I feel like there should have been better representation. I agree. I completely agree with you, Megan, on that because 50 Shades of Grey fucking ruined the BD. While it did bring in a lot of people curious about the community, it right, it's a fucking hat. um Hell, I might actually wear one just for a picture. I might get hate for it, but fuck it. It's like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just wearing a hat standing next to my dad." Like, actually, my dad had a picture on Facebook where he was standing next to a Trump poster and he was wearing the hat and he was had this biggest smile on his face and it was hilarious. It was funny. My dad has some funny moments, but me and the big guy may argue a lot, but we do have our moments. But yeah, I do agree that there needs to be a big change in the BDSM community, and the way Onision is talking to his underage fans who are 16 who would be future doms or subs, that's not a good way to represent it. And what he's doing is ruining it. I mean, it was already ruined by 50 Shades of Grey, but he's not helping the matters. Right? Totally. Like, he is not helping matters at all. I mean, he was even talking crap about fucking Germany still. I mean, is he really that angsty about it? Fuck, it's like people haven't realized World War II has been dead, and the only Nazis that exist anymore are in prison. Fucking most neo Nazis are in prison these days. Hell, I used to work at a prison, I know. I was a um, corrections officer at Luther Luckett Correctional Facility. Actually, and I have proof of that. This was my employee handbook from when I worked at the Luther Luckett Correctional Facility. Department of Human Resources Administration. It's a great company to work for. Until they sort out all their crap. Exactly. Exactly. I'm someone who's a history buff, and I fucking love history. So that's why I watch stuff like epic rap battles of history. I watch or I listen to music that has to do with history, like Sabaton. Sabaton's an amazing band. Swear to God, every one of their songs is history related, like Night Witches. If you're a history major, you know what Night Witches are. Exactly. World War II is something to learn from. You learn it and you learn from it. Don't make the same mistakes, which I feel like a lot of people currently are doing, especially Civil War. I think Civil War and World War II, people feel like they're still living in one. Yes! The Russian Night Witches. Or, as the Germans called them, Hexennacht. Or, sorry, not Hexennacht. Nachthexen. I do as well. They were fucking awesome. That's what feminism is. I I completely have this thought of what I think feminism should be, like, versus what today's version of it is. Today's version of it is terrible. Girls from the past were way more badass than they were today. No offense to anybody in here, obviously, but it was an honor to be called a Nacht-Texan. Thank you. Thank you for that. They were the Nacht-Texan were stealth bombers for the Russian military. Mm, yeah, and uh, they took them. They bombed the hell out of them. I mean, yeah, they were given shit material and shit planes, but they did their job. Like they kicked ass, and we're supposed to be mad at Russia today. I'm sorry, I can't be mad at Russia today. Who cares if fucking Russia bought like $50,000 worth of fucking ads for bots on Facebook? That's not going to swing an election in any way. Shit. Hell, they knew how to fight. That, to me, is egalitarianism. Egalitarianism is equality for all. Feminism, to me, today feels like an authoritarian for the female gender. It feels like an authoritarian type of situation, which I don't believe in anything authoritarian. Damn, that's awesome. The 588th Regiment. Most amazing women. I don't. I've got some crazy good freaking friends who are black, and the girl that I'm trying to be with, who has this freaking, she's got this like will I won't I type of situation going on. Like she wants to date me, but at the same time we're still friends. Oof, damn, that's stupid. I think that sounds more. I don't think that hate. I don't think that's hate. I think that's unless I'm reading it wrong the way that you say that. I think it's like she's curious on the different variations of the skin. I think she sounds more curious than anything. Like I don't see that as hate. I don't see curiosity as hate. Wait, what's going on with my chat? What the fuck? Uh, okay. Hold on. What the hell? Unable to connect to chat. What? Hold on. It is. I think my chat's broken. God damn it. Can you guys say something real quick? Or can you not? Hold on. What happened? I think my chat broke. All right, I'm gonna have to end the stream because I think my stream broke. And I love you guys. This is a pretty good stream. I enjoyed it myself. I enjoyed talking to you, Jade, Mariposa, Megan. You guys are all awesome. And I will check you guys next time. I have my chat. I'm sorry, my chat broke. And I will come back probably next Saturday for another stream. Peace out, guys and gals. And that Technicolor rainbow in between.